I'll stop cursing.
Usually the only one that we have to worry about.
People always have to worry about me cursing.
Poor old Woody, I think he's so afraid I'm gonna cuss through the middle of a football game. Alright, we got 10 seconds. And it is live at 9 on a Monday morning. James Phillips here on WJLX 101.5 FM. And this morning we're going to talk about nothing but Foothills Festival, because this weekend is the annual Foothills Festival in downtown Jasper. I've got Tana Allred. I've tried to say the full name every time.
Thank you so
And
much.
sometimes I trip over it, but I got it out good then. And Zach Baker, and you guys can tell people what you are with Foothills. I'm just saying y'all are the absolute best organizers of the whole group. But
Oh, it definitely takes a team.
yeah.
It's definitely teamwork. I am the event director.
Organizers, organizers really not my vocabulary.
Right, yeah, I know.
Tana is the organizer. I'm the talent buyer.
I know you well enough to know that
Yeah.
organization may not be the key.
It's not.
We have complementary skill sets.
Exactly. Yeah. And you guys, not only do you make a great team, and I know you're both married, so I don't want to start any rumors, but you make a cute couple in the pictures that you
We're
sent me
like
too.
brother and sister.
This is-
That's the
I know y'all are
resemblance
such
you're
good
seeing.
buddies. Yeah, yeah.
We've known each other for 35 years. or
We've known
more.
each other since we were 1.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're 36, that's right.
Yeah.
But, you know, anything related music-wise, that's what I handle. And babysit and all that kind of stuff. But Tana does everything else.
So anybody that ever wants to complain about the lineup, you go to Zach.
Yeah.
And then if you want to complain about anything else involving the festival, you go straight to Tana.
That's me.
That's what I do anyway.
You can't please everybody.
Yeah, you can't please a lot of people. So, and it's a free concert.
Absolutely.
So let's
It
not
is.
complain too much.
Yeah.
You know.
It's
Yeah.
amazing that we have a music festival of this size in our community and that it's free to the public. It's incredible.
Oh, it really is. And I think that's one of the things that makes it such a draw, is that it's free. And I mean, I have to brag on Zach. Even if it's a band that I've never heard of, when I go to the Foothills Festival, every artist is incredible. Like, and they fit our personality somehow in Jasper. Like, you just do a really good job of picking bands and musicians who put on a good show, and it's fun and just a cool atmosphere.
Well, I have to brag on Zach. I mean, he's been doing this since they brought the Foothills Festival back in 2013, and I swear every year that lineup gets better and better. And you know, people don't realize the amount of work and how talented Zach actually is to get the lineup that he does for us, because it's a free festival. We don't have ticket money to pay a lot of these artists the large amounts, and so the research that he does and the work that he puts in to get the artists that he does here, and I mean, over the years there have just been some amazing gems. So I can't say, and of course I love getting to work with him. That's probably what the best part for me, but I can't say enough good stuff about him and what he does.
You know, you can really just generalize everything, like as far as like getting artists. I mean, I know the demographic in the market here pretty well. I grew up here. I've been playing music here my whole life, but sometimes I kind of go out in left field and try some new things. I did it with Paul Thorne several years ago.
Yeah.
Who was a huge hit.
Yeah.
Nobody knew who he was.
Right.
Robert Randolph. He was
Robert Randolph is probably my favorite performance out of all the Foothills festivals.
He's
stellar.
that band is yeah, very impressive. North Mississippi All Stars. I've had them a couple of years. You know, a lot of bands like that. I kind of go out in left field a little bit and go outside the box, but generally I try to pay attention to what the folks like here. And I also, one big thing for me is that, you know, I've been doing this since 2013. So we've probably had an average of 250,000 people downtown over, the last 13 years.
Yeah.
Or 12 years. And we've had 3 arrests.
Right.
So I have to pay attention. My main job too is that I have to pay attention to what type of artist that I book. That's gonna, depending on what what kind of draw we're gonna have.
Yeah.
I can't have rough folks down there, But we've had 3 arrests, and all 3 of them deserve to go to jail.
Right.
Absolutely. It was the dumbest thing I've ever.
Well, I don't want to badmouth any other festivals, but I will.
No, let's not name it.
We're not having a concert in a cow pasture full of drunk people.
No.
I mean, that's just, it's
Nope.
that's not the vibe.
No, it's if we wanted to ticket this event and make it just absolutely just a music festival, we'd move it out the airport or whatever. But this is to benefit downtown and bring commerce and folks to downtown and see what has developed downtown.
Right.
I was talking, it was a couple of years ago, I was standing out in front of 319, and there was these 2 or 3, like, I don't know, they were maybe in the late 20s, early 30s, something like that. And they were just talking about there's nothing to do down here. It's like, it's boring. I was like, let me tell y'all something. When I was your age,
Right.
There
there was
really
2
nothing.
reasons to come downtown: get your tag renewed and get your license renewed,
Right.
or
go
you
to
had to go see a
jail.
lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other than but now we have the entertainment district. It's just so. I'm so happy to be home.
Yeah. Me too.
I got tired of living in big cities and traffic and all that kind of stuff. It's just, I'm spoiled now. If I have to cross 70 highway, I get mad about it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. we drove to Hoover last night to go to the comedy club, and it's the first time we've been there since COVID, I think. And I told my wife, I was like, we don't go to Birmingham as much as we used to because we don't have to leave town.
Mm-mm.
And at first I just thought it was because I'd gotten old, but I don't think that's it. I mean, we've got so much more here
Yeah.
in the last decade that I don't have to go to Birmingham every weekend or, that kind of thing.
And this festival does a great job of really highlighting our community. I mean, not just what's going on downtown, but the true spirit of our community.
Right.
Because it is free because of the city of Jasper and local individuals and businesses and nonprofits, and then the volunteers that help make it go on. And so it just really highlights what our community is really about, I think.
Yeah, let's go into talking about the lineup for this year. And Zach, you can kind of focus in on how we got to each of these people and why and that sort of thing. But on Friday night, big headliner is Diamond Rio.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's one of the biggest names that we've had here. I mean, as many number ones as they've had and the songs that are so popular, Diamond Rio is a huge group to have.
I'd have to look it up, but I've got a pretty good idea. I think they've got 7 number ones, 15 top 10s, and 25 top 5s, something like that, in that general area. But 1.5 billion streams. But this is the thing, I've been doing this a long time on both the agent side and the talent buying side. But 15 years ago, 90s country was not happening, but in the last 5 years, it's gotten so popular.
Yeah.
And you got some of these artists like the Zach Tops and some of those guys that I really like. I'm not a big bro country fan, but I really like the 90s country and the old school country. But Diamond Rio, it's just like they're going to play for about 75 minutes, and I guarantee you'll know pretty
Almost
much every
every
song.
song.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's not one of those artists that I have had in the past where they play for an hour and they have 2 hits and the rest of it people don't want to know what the song,
Right.
they're not familiar with it.
Right.
Because they're not a big fan, but they know the 2 songs. But Diamond Rio is just like, knocked out. Never mind, I went off the rails there for a minute. But Yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah,
You think they'll play Meet in the Middle?
absolutely.
If they don't, I'm gonna riot.
They
I
may
love
kick.
it.
They may kick off Meet in the Middle.
I will say, people have been concerned. We've had a lot of people talk about the Coleman game this
Right.
Friday night, and am
Right.
I going to make it back in time for the Coleman game? So I was downtown yesterday afternoon, and I found out Warehouse 319 is going to have the Jasper High School Coleman game on all their TVs downtown. So
Yeah.
you can come downtown, watch the game, not have to miss it, and be there for Diamond.
You know whose
Rio.
stream they'll be playing?
Yours.
WJLX.
That's right.
And you'll be hearing James Phillips' voice, hopefully. Maybe they'll
That's
turn the
right.
volume up just a little bit.
Good. Good.
Well, Diamond Rio, opening for Diamond Rio, you've got, is it Otis that's coming on first?
No,
No.
Otis is Saturday.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Ben Chapman's coming on first.
Yeah.
Ben Chapman is coming on. He's kicking it off Friday. He's a big songwriter out of Georgia. Lives in Nashville. He's written for everybody from Shelby Land and Miranda Lambert, Muscadine Bloodline. I mean, you name it. I mean, he's got a bunch of hits. But he's country, but it's kind of got almost like a Black Crowes, Lenny Kravitz country kind of vibe. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Really authentic.
Yeah,
Nobody sounds like him.
yeah.
And then coming on after them is the Band of Heathens out of Austin, Texas.
And you said the band
The
The
band of
of
Heathens.
of Heathens.
And they are just, we used to run in the same circle in Austin, Texas a lot. And that's where those guys are from when I lived there. And they're just so good. I mean, they're kind of like just a roots rock kind of the band
Mhm.
kind of vibe, like Little Feat, the band, that kind of thing. But 4-part harmonies, they're incredible. Yeah.
Right, right. And they, Hurricane.
Hurricane, Jackson Station, another one of those bands that you'll probably recognize more songs that you think you might. You know what I mean? It's just they've got a lot of streaming songs.
And I can put them on and just let them play.
Yeah.
I enjoy every song. I'm not skipping a one.
It's very like relatable. I think you can play them and like to anybody could listen and they're like, that's not really. Maybe they love them, but no one's gonna like really hate them because they're so just right there, just good. It's just good music, timeless music.
Well, and with Band of Heathens, I've gone back. I was listening to them over the weekend because they were probably them and Otis are the two that I really didn't
Mhm.
know as well. And I've looked up both of them, and I think they may be my two favorites that are going to be playing this
Huh.
weekend. I really like both of them.
I ran across Otis, I think it was on social media, and they just had that look. I was like, well, I gotta listen to them, And I found out they were from Kentucky, and again, they're just a good Southern rock and roll band. I said, so I contacted them, and they, as soon as I contacted them, they knew about the festival, and they're like, we want to be on this festival. What have we got to do? So I was like, I didn't plan on having an extra band that night. And I was like, if you guys want to play, come on.
Yeah.
I did that with
Red Clay Strays.
Red Clay Strays several years ago.
And I mean, that was the first time I'd ever heard them. They're probably my favorite band right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
I mean, they're
They're a lot of
incredible.
people's favorite band.
I mean, they are
They're so
incredible. And especially when their lead singer will get into doing like some gospel type music.
Yeah.
It'll put chills on you. That's
Yeah.
me actually going to church is listening to those guys.
I've said this over and over again. I've been in the music business for a long time, but I never thought I'd see anything blow up like Whiskey Myers did so quick.
Yeah.
But Red Clay Strays, I mean, I can say this now. I paid them $150,
Yeah.
and they never even cashed the check.
Wow.
And now I'll just say this: they got 4 tour buses and 5 semis,
Right.
and they showed up to my festival in a church van
Yeah.
that broke down in the parking lot. So that just tells you how well they're doing now.
Right. Oh yeah. Well, and so we'll kick off Saturday with Otis at what time?
5.
5:00.
5 o'clock. Yeah.
And then after Otis, we go into Hoobastank or Blind
Blind
Melon?
Blind Melons at 6:30.
Blind Melon at 6:30, and everybody knows Blind Melon for No Rain, but they've got a ton of hits, and I cannot wait to see Blind Melon. That's one of the other ones.
Yeah. What was that? Tones of Home.
Tones of Home, Change, Galaxy,
Yeah.
2x4. I could go on and on.
God,
I'm
you done
really
your
excited.
research, hadn't
I
you?
know. Oh,
Tana is quite excited about Blind
I'm
Melon.
very
Apparently.
excited about
Yeah.
Blind
She was
Melon.
already talking about them earlier.
Yeah.
We may need security for Blind Melon.
That was going to have security for better than Ezra last year.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're hitting in our wheelhouse for our age group too, like with the
Well.
'90s rock and '90s country. That's
Yeah.
in all of our three.
Gen
like,
X
yeah.
rules.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then after that we got Hoobastank.
Hoobastank is super high energy alternative rock band. They had the huge hit, The Reason, they Crawling in the Dark. I mean, they got a bunch of songs, but it is super, super high energy rock and roll. Yeah.
And then festival ends that night with Gavin DeGraw.
Gavin DeGraw. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I think there's a lot of ladies that can't wait to watch
There's
him.
been a lot of ladies excited about
Yeah.
Gavin DeGraw.
But Gavin has got, I think he's won 2 Grammys, and he is, it's going to be hit after hit after hit after hit. I mean, he's going to play for 75 minutes, and it's going to be a bunch of hits. And he's one of the best piano players out there, and just a great, great songwriter. And yeah, we're super excited about him. I can't wait. I can't wait.
And the thing that I like about Foothills a lot of years, and I think this year is very similar, like when's the last time Gavin DeGraw has played in Alabama? You know, like, or even Diamond Rio. When's the last time somebody could have drove to see Diamond Rio?
I think Gavin played at Iron City last year.
Well, but still.
There
but,
you go.
That was in Birmingham.
Yeah, that's in Birmingham.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it just, that's how it was when you brought in Spin Doctors and Blues Traveler, and now they're touring all over the place again.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to see them first. And Scott Stapp, like, he was here, and then all of a sudden, Creed's back together and they're touring.
You
I should've bought
attribute that all to Zach. He
Yeah.
got Creed back together.
I should have bought her a lottery ticket that year. For sure. Yeah, I mean, it was. I got so lucky that I booked Scott, and I was concerned because when you sell 90 million records, and you come to a town like Jasper, I'm like, how hard is he going to be to deal with?
Right. And he was the nicest guy in the world.
Prima donna?
Yeah.
He sat back there with Brett, interviewed, and hung out, and signed a helmet for him, and one of the nicest guys I've ever met. But I booked him, and then about 3 months out from the festival, Creed decides to announce their reunion tour,
Right.
which was huge. Not only that, the 2 artists they were taking on the road with them were Vertical Horizon and Tonic.
Right.
And that was the lineup.
And they were coming, yeah.
And everybody's like, how did you know that? I'm like, I would love to tell you I knew that, but I'm definitely not that cool and not hip on the
I'm pretty
music
sure
thing.
you tried to play it off to me like you planned the whole thing.
I don't think
And
so.
I
I'm
was
not
like,
that
come
good of a
on,
liar.
Zach, I know you better than that.
Yeah, I'm not that good of a liar. You can ask my wife.
Well, I mean, I think this year's lineup is going to be incredible, and I think it's just something. And just if you've never been to Foothills and you live in Walker County or you live in Jasper, shame on you first of all. But go out and just check it out. Like you know, even if you don't know the bands, even if you think I don't know if I like, just go out there and check out the vibe. And then we've got tons of vendors and all that kind of stuff that we'll talk about in just a little bit too. Right now, I think we can go ahead and take a break, and we'll play. I want to tell everybody, if you go to Spotify, we've got a Foothills Festival 2025 public playlist that you can search, and it's got songs from each of the bands. I think we've got 15 songs on there, and so we'll hit one of them. I'm gonna let Tana choose. Tana, what band do you want to hear?
I want to hear Blind Melon.
Blind Melon. Well, if it's Blind Melon, I've got to play No Rain, or do you want to hear Sleepy House? Which
I'm
one?
going to play No Rain.
No Rain.
It's fun. And
All
we're
right.
not gonna have any rain this year, so.
Hey, and we're gonna talk about that when we come back too. Weather forecast is looking beautiful. We'll be right back on WJLX. This is Live at 9 with James Phillips. All right.
Now we can cuss.
Now we can cuss.
Cool.
Now you can cuss. And I'll switch it.
Well,
Is that
everything
playing,
cuts.
Terrell?
No,
Oh,
it's
the-
probably us going, can I
Can I
cuss
cuss
now?
now? No, I know we can't hear that. I got the red lights off. Spotify's a new thing for me, but I think it's playing. Is anything playing out there?
What is this? Oh, Gavin.
There it is. Now I can hear it, but I think it was playing already, and I just couldn't hear it.
I'm going to answer all these questions. Who's Jessica Greer?
Yeah,
Is that that woman that emailed
Okay.
Emily?
I mean, I've already answered. I don't need to answer her.
I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Aaron just texted me. She said, "Y'all still on? Don't cuss." She said you can still hear.
Oh, they heard us say, can I cuss now, is what she's telling us.
Well, I don't
That's
think she-
fantastic.
Mics aren't on.
Can you hear us out there if you go out there?
I didn't hear anything.
Good.
I just heard the song.
I'll talk. Can you hear me, Tana? Tana?
That's funny.
Because I got it disarmed. She might have just heard it right because Tana said it so fast.
I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
No, what it is
And you might can hear it over the Facebook.
it's on Facebook.
But I don't, it shouldn't be picking up Facebook.
She said, "Y'all are on Facebook. Don't say anything."
Yeah.
Can.
We can hear you. Hey, everybody, if you're listening on Facebook, we're not going to cuss while we're in the commercial break. It must be coming through the computer.
We have audio on Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook we got audio.
Oh, awesome.
Aaron's like, don't say anything. Oh well.
I can't figure out how to,
Tell her I said, thank you.
like it's not live. Like nothing, the mics are not on. Let's see if we, just got, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
I will say this one. I was on the way here after the Van Hagar song. I forgot what you were playing, but it was cutting in and out on the radio.
I don't know what that.
Now it could have been my radio.
Yeah.
Could have been the old grocery driver.
All right, and we are back live here on WJLX on Live at 9. If you were listening on Facebook, you could hear us talking for some reason. I don't know why. The microphones were not on, but you could still hear us, I think, through the computer. But hey, whatever's going on, that's fine. Guys, we were talking before we went to the break about weather forecast.
Yes.
The weather forecast for Saturday, or for Friday and Saturday, is beautiful. It's going to be what, like a high of 83 or something?
It's gone up a little bit. It's gonna be in the high 80s. You've got lows in the mid 60s and highs in the high 80s. So, and low humidity. So it's gonna be lovely. We put the man upstairs in charge of that committee, and he's done a stellar job this year for
Right,
us.
right. Last year on the Friday night, a little bit of rain.
Just a little.
And we got We got 6 inches in an hour and a half.
Yeah, there's some people still sitting downtown waiting on Sammy Hagar to take stage up there.
Sammy Kershaw.
Sammy Kershaw, that's right. Sammy,
Yeah.
not Sammy
We've been
Hagar.
talking about Van Hagar.
Yeah,
too.
we've been talking about.
That was, you know, that's what you put on a festival in September in the South. I mean,
Yeah,
it can happen.
Anything can happen.
that's right.
But we, you know, traditional, we've been fairly lucky. I mean, I think I had Sure Genius got rained out back
Yeah.
10 years ago or so.
Bonnie
We had
was
to
here that
put
year.
Bonnie Bishop and Adam Hood and some of them like in Los Reyes and 319.
Oh yeah, I remember when that
Yeah.
happened. Yeah, yeah.
I remember standing in 319. I just parked the golf cart out there, and I walked in 319 to use the restroom or something, and then all of a sudden, all I see are tents flying down the road.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness, it was fine 5 minutes ago, but
I
yeah.
was driving the golf cart down the road between the vendors, and it was the most bizarre gust of wind. It was the first time I ever got microdermabrasion because the sand just blasted my face. But seriously, the vendor tents went flying
Oh, yeah,
everywhere. And then it was probably an hour and a half before the rain came. Like that gust of wind came, and we were like, and then
Yeah.
rain came after that.
Well, and weather's supposed to be great this year, and then how many vendors do we have signed? I mean, it's always over 100.
Over 150.
150 vendors, and they're bringing everything. Like they sell, and it's quality stuff. Like I've been to a lot of festivals, and sometimes it's like a flea market basically.
Yes.
And that's not what the Foothills is. Like there's some quality
Well,
stuff.
I have to brag on our vendor coordinator. Her name is Lisa Myers, and
Yeah, Lisa does a
she
great
does
job.
an incredible job with the vendors, and she really, monitors that. She doesn't just accept everybody. She makes them send photos, and we need to know what you're selling, and she does a great job of vetting them. And
Yeah.
so we really do have quality vendors for the event.
And there's usually only one or two
Everything.
of similar
yes,
items,
yes.
that sort of thing
She's
too.
very good about that, about spacing them out. I mean, she does a great job with the vendors.
Yeah, we had I think it was the first year, maybe the second year, we had a vendor in front of the public defender's office that just burnt down, that was selling used Tupperware.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I hope they washed it first.
And I remember the turtles, the year
Yeah, the
they did
turtles
the
did, yeah.
turtles.
Yeah.
Everybody got salmonella.
Yeah, Oh, the first few years, and I'm not sure if the person still comes every year, but my kids would go crazy over the little puppet things, like
Oh,
puppets
I
on a
don't
string.
know. Yeah, I do
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
who
yeah.
you're
Yeah,
talking
and
about.
I don't
yeah.
know if they still come or not. And one of my favorite ones I was going to talk about next was the food vendors and the sweet tea vendor. I don't know if they still come.
They're
but-
coming.
Oh man, the sweet tea is incredible.
I bought a hat. I have an Alabama sweet tea hat.
Yes, and they sell it in those
Oh.
big mason jars. Oh my goodness.
And we actually, the food court's going to be a little bit larger this year. As most people know, City Hall Annex has moved to the new City Hall, and then the Public Works building is behind it. So the people that are located in the Hydro Wellness company that's inside of the old City Hall Annex has graciously allowed us to use their parking lot. So the food court will expand over into that area towards 4th Avenue as well. So we'll have more food vendors this year.
Oh wow! And you said the footprint has changed a little bit this
Yes, there will not be a kids zone this year.
year. Okay.
And so that footprint has come in a little bit tighter. The footprint will end, what will happen is at Alabama Avenue and 19th on the west side, right before the bridge will be where the street's blocked. So if you're going down Alabama Avenue, you can turn left, turn east onto 19th. Go down towards the Civic Center. That'll be open during the festival this year, but it cuts off right there. And then the rest of the festival is the same footprint as traditionally it has been. But we do still have things going on for the kids. That's a very important part. On Saturday, so the festival officially opens on Friday night at 6. Music kicks off at 6:30, so you can get down there, take a look at the vendors, get your food and all of that before Ben Chapman kicks off at 6:30. On Saturday, it opens at 10 a.m., so plenty of time to come down and enjoy the vendors, eat. But what we have going on Courthouse Square, The Walker County Arts Alliance is sponsoring two arts activities for everyone. We have one of the 50 mule art projects. We have the public art project where you see the mules all over town.
Right.
And Missy Miles the Arts Alliance has donated a mule and will be there helping with this project. But Missy Miles, who is the muralist, the artist who's done most of the murals downtown, she has drawn off a kind of paint by numbers
Right.
on that mule. That mule's her name's going to be Community Jane.
Oh, cool.
And everyone or anyone interested that attends the event can come and paint a piece of Community Jane. And then after the festival's over, Community Jane will be sealed, put on her pedestal, and she will permanently reside outside of the new Jasper Main Street office, which is going to be the Jasper Welcome Center. So
Cool.
a little piece of everybody that attends this year's festival and a part of the Foothills Festival is going to be a permanent art project in downtown. And then we're also going to have a hands-on printmaking project going on for kids. So they'll be able to do a little bit of printmaking and then leave with a little bit of art project that they've done as well.
Yeah.
Also, Dream Fit is going to be doing dance-alongs for kids, adult. I always enjoy dancing with Dream Fit, so I'll probably be out
Me
there.
too.
Shaking It Off's my favorite, Shake It Off.
Yeah.
So
Are they still doing Shake It Off?
they do anytime I come because
I
it's
love
my
it.
favorite.
Between that and whipping Nene.
I cannot whip and Nene very well.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Well,
They
maybe
look
you
for me.
can come and we'll both do. I'll do Tay-Tay. You can
Yeah,
do. Will.
they look for me to do stanky leg, especially now with the prosthetic leg. Like
There you
it's
go,
all
there
day
you
long.
go.
You know.
So they're going to do 3 different times during the day. They're going to do 10:30 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 3:30 p.m. And the Arts Alliance, the art projects will be going on from 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Okay.
So during the day, that's all before the music gets started because music kicks off at 5 p.m. on
Yeah.
Saturday night. So there's still stuff going on downtown for the kids during the day.
Yeah, and we'll have as far as the food goes, anything that we need to know as far as like crazy food items. Or I know we always have like
There's a
Black Rock's typically there.
They're usually there. They usually set up outside of the cigar box.
Right,
Is where
right.
they usually are. Of course, all our restaurants. I can't say enough
Yeah, all the
about
restaurants
all
are
the
open.
downtown restaurants. Main Street Market's a little off, but they came on board this year, so they're going to be in the footprint doing some stuff. But we have, there's one person who's serving some Cajun food this year. There's just a broad mix. We had which we can only accept a certain number of food vendors. You're
Right.
limited in what you can do on that. First
Right.
of all, they won't make money if we take all of them. But we had over 35 food vendors apply by the deadline, and then we've had a few contacts after. So we really had to sit down and make sure, we didn't want duplication.
Right.
That there's a good mix of everything for everybody. So there's a little bit of something for everybody this year. It's going to be a good time.
I can't wait.
Can you breathe for a second? Because I want to go back and I
Uh-oh.
want to go back to this sweet tea situation. What is this about? I don't know.
You've
anything.
never tried the sweet tea?
I'm working.
Well, I know you're so busy. You probably barely drink.
No, I don't have time.
They
to
hook
go
you
buy-
up to an IV in the backstage, I think, a lot of times.
Yeah. No, I don't know anything about any
I'll bring
sweet
you
tea.
sweet tea this year.
That'd be
It's
great.
the Alabama Sweet Tea
It
Company,
is
right?
Alabama Sweet Tea Company.
And man, they serve them in a mason jar this big.
Really?
And it's so cold and tastes so good on those hot days. I'm telling you, don't even worry about it. And they sell lemonade, places do down there most of the time.
We've got
But
lemonade.
get the sweet tea, I'm telling you, it's so good.
And then with corn. The
Oh, yeah,
street
there's always
corn,
street
that's-
corn.
It's really popular.
Yeah.
What's the lobster? Maine lobster?
They're not going to be there.
They're not going to be there this year.
They're not going to be there this year.
They were a Shark Tank thing.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, you got to watch Shark Tank.
And then, for people who don't know too, after Foothills on Saturday night, there's always after parties that everybody's welcome
Absolutely.
to at the Pie Factory. I know Timmons and Smashley are going to be playing at Pie Factory.
Wine Down on Main.
Wine Down on Main's
having
Crawfish.
lunch.
Yeah.
Crawfish got live music, and then Tallulah will have Barry Bangers. So there's something going on for everybody until 1, 2 o'clock in the
It
morning.
reminds me of Jazz Fest. At Jazz Fest, they always have the late night shows
Yeah.
after the event. I love that because, early on when it would close, I think the only option you had would be to go down to midnight special.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so now we have some great options.
Well, and I bet if you bump into the right people at the after parties, there's probably after parties that take place, but we don't talk about those probably.
No, it's like Bruno, we don't talk about
Right, we don't
that.
talk about that, but.
No, I'm going to North Carolina on Sunday to play golf.
So you're going to bed early. You're going to have to get
No,
to
I'm
bed at some point.
gonna sleep in the car, and my buddy Donnie Jones is gonna drive.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's what I'm gonna do.
That's a plan. And one group that we do need to say thank you to also is the Jasper Street Department, because when that festival is over with, by the time everybody gets up and goes to church on Sunday morning, you can't even tell there's been a festival.
I have said this multiple times this year, like, a lot of people get a lot of glory about the festival, but people do not realize the city employees and all that they do. And that's JPD, that is the fire department, that is the street department, that is park and rec. I mean, they do so much, all the little details behind the scene that make this thing go off seamlessly. They do so much. So yes, even Saturday after Friday night, when you get down there Saturday morning, it's clean as it can be. And they do that, they make that happen. So I can't say enough good things about them. If they are the real heroes of the festival.
And also one of the best, I don't know if you would count them as a vendor, but one of the best things about this festival is the bathrooms.
Oh, that we don't have the VIP bathroom.
Oh, we don't have the VIP bathroom? Oh, man, I was about to brag on them.
Well,
we don't have the trailer set up?
No, I don't. No.
They vandalized them last
They
year,
did. So, like, someone completely knocked one through the floor. Like, they were terribly mistreated. And
People.
Yeah.
We can't have good things if you do that.
But we are having another line. We will have another porta potty area because there aren't the VIP. So there will be a porta potty set up on both 2nd and 3rd Avenue this year towards 20th Street. But yeah, no
Okay.
VIPs.
Well, you're just telling me I don't need to take my Lasix that day. Anything else y'all can think of as far as just festival-wise that people need to know that we hadn't covered?
If you bring your pets.
Oh, yeah,
Bring
that's
some,
one thing.
yeah, I mean, you can bring your dogs. We have them on a leash, of course, but if you bring them, bring something to clean up after them.
Right, yeah.
That is one of the really important things.
Yeah, and I do always see a lot of pets at Foothills Festival, and I think I've always seen them behaving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always.
More than most kids that show up. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And adults.
Yeah, and some adults too. And tell everybody, you know where the stage is at. It's right there downtown, right across from the courthouse square in the open parking lot. Bring your chairs, and if you want to get close to the stage, you better be there early and bring chairs early, because I mean people start coming in a good hour or two before bands start a lot of times.
And I want to tell, if you come, and everybody should come, and I mean, we have people come from, there's a group that I know that comes from Chicago every year and has for about 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, there's, people come from all over for this. But if you come, we will have a big banner with everybody that sponsored this year's festival. When you see them out in the community, thank them for that. Patronize their businesses, because really this is a huge undertaking, and for it to be free, it's because of the support of those businesses, organizations, and individuals.
Oh, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
And one thing with it being such a big undertaking, you also are still looking for volunteers. You had a huge volunteer sign up.
Yes,
And a lot of people have already signed up and shown up for that, but you're still looking for volunteers.
We would.
What should people do?
They can just go to the Facebook page, and if you scroll down, there's one that says vendors, and there's a link to sign up there. So
Okay.
you can do that, or you can send the Foothills Facebook a private message, and I'll hook you up.
Right,
But
right.
just get in touch with us, but we definitely still need volunteers.
Do volunteers get any sort of swag or anything? Or?
They get a volunteer t-shirt.
Oh, see, I mean,
There you
it's
go.
worth it right there. You
There
get
you
a free Foothills volunteer T-shirt.
Yeah, there you go.
And what do volunteers typically do?
The main time that we need volunteers is during setup on Friday. You have vendors coming in, and like I said, you have 150 vendors coming in, so that is directing a lot of traffic. They need help because they have to get their stuff dropped off, get their cars moved, so they need help unloading very quickly. a lot of them are not from here. Most of them are not from here, so they need help navigating downtown and understanding that. You have the registration for them, then there's the information booth. So that's primarily when we need the most volunteers. And so you don't really have to miss the festival as a volunteer.
Right.
We need you on Friday morning during setup.
Right. And one thing that we haven't touched on is Friday, downtown Jasper's going to shut down about midday, basically.
6 a.m.
Oh, really?
Let's try 6 a.m.
Okay, 6
Yeah.
a.m. You're not going to be able to drive through like you typically would.
No.
So when you're taking kids to school that day, you need to know where you're going.
Hit 20th or 18th, skip 19th. Like I said, 19th will be fine beyond Alabama Avenue, but
Right.
stick to 20th and 18th and you should be fine. And we actually, this is something that's a little different. Zach has worked it out where they'll be setting up the stage on Thursday night this year.
Okay.
So it won't be as chaotic on Friday
Yeah.
morning. And so that's going to help a little bit. And then after, we've usually opened the streets immediately following the festival after. And this year we're going to keep the streets locked down until cleanup is complete. We'll be
Right.
down there about 6 a.m. Sunday morning while he's on his way to North Carolina.
Right.
I'll be with
You'll
the
be
street
working.
department downtown
Yeah.
opening the streets back up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, but that's a safety thing. We just felt like it was safer to keep the roads closed while everyone was cleaning up.
Yeah, and downtown businesses will still be open and that type thing on Friday. But a lot of
Absolutely.
places in Jasper, it is such a big deal that a lot of places do close half a day or things like. When I ran the newspaper, we shut down on that Friday. Just
It's like
because,
a holiday
yeah,
here
it really is.
in Jasper. And, I've seen a lot of downtown businesses that are running specials this weekend, Foothills specials. So definitely don't just check out the vendors. Check out our downtown businesses.
Zach, anything else you want to tell us about the lineup?
Let's see. I don't know. I don't know anything else I can say.
Okay.
I think everybody's excited. There's Band of Heathens is the Band of Heathens
There you go.
was one of those bands that,
But you said you're friends with them, so you can say Band of Heathens.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But they, I didn't think people were going to be that excited about it. I think I underestimated the power of the internet and
Yeah, social media and-
Pandora and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff of like where you can see music now. But we got some sponsors that are fighting over announcing them and just.
You get to see.
I think Timmons played a couple songs the other day.
He did, yeah, and we're going to be
And he said,
playing.
and people called in.
Yeah, yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing the playlist all week this week, and then I think it's tomorrow afternoon or Thursday afternoon. Timmons is gonna have another hour-long play nothing but Foothills songs special
Oh,
going
wonderful.
on. So,
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be here tomorrow. So.
yeah, and we're working on
Yeah.
and
I
we're
was
working.
summoned by Timmons to be here.
Exactly.
Tomorrow. I can't remember what time.
I think it's like 2:00 tomorrow afternoon, something like that.
Sounds good.
And then we're working on some interviews with the bands this week too that I'm going to be doing as we lead into Foothills. So
Right. Yeah.
should have a lot of Foothills going on this week on JLX. Now, Tana picked the first band. Who do you want to hear as we go out today?
Let's hear Gavin DeGraw, Not Over You.
All right, let's see. Oh yeah, and I've got that one. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in to Live at 9. Be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And then all week this week it's going to be Foothills, Foothills, Foothills. So get ready for this weekend and be there. If you're not going to the Coleman game, be there Friday night to see Diamond Rio. And there's nothing else going on Saturday. Alabama's going to kill Wisconsin that morning, and then you're going to the Foothills Festival and going to party that night and have a great time in Jasper, Alabama. Right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for coming, and now let's hear some Gavin DeGraw.
You also have Rotary tomorrow.